you're just beginning, you haven't lost anything. I'm so excited that you found time to join us here on this program of Youth Space, where we invite the younger youths, we call them Generation Z, right, to come and tell us what it is that is happening in their life. We want to understand them because this is their culture and they're the only ones who can let us into it, right? We say that this is the leaders of tomorrow, but as it seems nowadays, these young people are making differences just about now. They're not waiting for their time. If you were able to follow up on the conversation we had last week, we introduced a new segment of Self. And you are looking at the youths in terms of what it is that they work with, and we looked at the issue of internet because this is something that is universal. And we mentioned something about internet being a huge topic, and it can't escape some of the episodes that will be following through it. And that's why I'm so excited to introduce the topic of today, which is the issue of body image and self-esteem, because it starts with you, it starts with yourself. If you value yourself, respect yourself, then the world is in your hands, right? That's why I'm so excited that they're here again today. They're youth from Presbyterian University. We have the beautiful Sheila. We have Ezra, who has refused to bring another gentleman. So we're like, Nisawa to gender balance. And then we have Vaima in her beautiful African attire. And at the farthest end, with the earring of Africa, Maureen. Karibuni sana. I'm so happy to see you again, freshly, fresh-faced, excited for this conversation. All of you are looking beautiful from where I'm sitting. You guys look amazing. Like if you were choosing Miss Kenya and all that, right? You don't have to go far, right? But you understand that how you perceive yourself starts with yourself, right? And unfortunately, there are those people who, it depends with how you value yourself, that depends with how you're going to tackle the world, right? How you see yourself in the mirror. No matter how much takuja niwaambie, like you're looking good, you're looking amazing, if you don't feel it, yeah? Right, exactly. So when you're talking about the issue of internet, last time I had some folks say, oh, you can even follow someone on a car, and actually it becomes a thing. You want to be like that person. You think like the lifestyle they're putting out there, that's them, right? So probably even as you're beginning, do you think this is a topic that should even be discussed? Is this an important thing where we have to understand how our body image affects our life? Right, I'm going to start with Taren. Let me start with Ezra, so mic.
Yeah, thank you. That's an important topic. I think body image affects the way a person looks at themselves, because that is, some people forget that as much as you'll go on the internet, pick the bad, pick the good, follow musicians, follow these celebrities, follow the influencers on Instagram and everything. The end of the day, the person who is affected is the person in the mirror. That if you look at yourself in the mirror jioni, utajiangalia, you don't love the size of your nose, you don't love the way your eyes look, you look at the size of your ears and you wonder, kwani zilitoka wapi? Whichever it is you that is important. So I think yes, it affects many young people. There are many young people here who cannot dress in a certain way because hata akidress hivyo na umwambia anakaa poa, yeah, mimi kako poa venye yako hivyo. Hata ukimwambia you are just beautiful with no makeup or something, if forehead yako tu iko sawa hivi, haezi kubali. so I think yes, it affects them, and in the end, those are some of the issues that at the wider scope they lead to depression, because mtu ameshindwa kujipenda, ameamua I just don't love myself the way it is. Yeah, so yes, it affects people. Yeah.
Sheila, do you think this is a conversation we need even to be having? Like, mtu anaweza sema, but this is me, like, why should we even discuss it?
Okay, I feel this discussion is so healthy and so meaningful, because we're living in a generation whereby body shaming is another thing, whereby nikienda kwa duka saizi, there's someone will troll me. I go to class, someone will question how I've put my venye nimeka makeup, venye nimevaa, how I've like put in, like how you've dressed. Someone will always address, even in class, even in church. It's a good topic. Like, we need to discuss this, because we've seen a lot of people going to trauma. People will commit suicide because of what they were told about their body. So it's a good topic to discuss and an interesting topic to discuss.
I hear you. I'm a mambo.
Okay, according to me, I think this topic is very important, and most of the people wanafaa kusikia hii, because watu huko nje don't feel good about their selves. Wanafaa kujua, like we've said, internet inasaidia. If your body size iko different, kuna hata ya itakufitia ukivaa. So I don't think mse unafaa kufeel bad about yourself, because there's nothing you can change about it. Tabidi umejiaccept. Na yeah, kama watu wenye wako na forehead, kuna nywele inakufitia, kuna nywele haiwezi kufitia. So I think watu wanafaa kuambiwa, kukua informed about these things. Yeah.
I think this topic is very important as well, because some people who are jipendi, and definitely if you can't love yourself, no one can love you. The same way, like you can't expect ufanyie watu vitu vibaya alafu wakufanyie vizuri. It's the same with the body image, and first and foremost you have to accept yourself. The Bible tells us that we've been created in the image and likeness of God. No one is ugly. Actually, kuna konga na the word ugly, but in real sense no one is ugly. You just have to love yourself first as you are. Jikubali wewe mwenyewe, kama God hakukupea mwili ya size 8, just appreciate what God gave to you. Don't go around searching for sijui ni dawa kumeza ama sijui ni mafuta ya kujipaka. That's what happened with many ladies. You'll find that kuna watu hatujipendi. I'm so dark, so naenda kutafuta kitu yenye itanifanya nikue naonekana vizuri na watu, you see. And at the end of the day can disappoint you. Unaweza jipaka hizo vitu, unaweza fanya everything, but unabaki tu na ile sura yako ama uharibike zaidi. And that's when you find kuna trauma, kuna depression, and some people do commit suicide. And the reason as to why I'm saying this topic is important is to tell these people, if you can't love yourself, hakuna mtu ataku appreciate. So first and foremost, just accept yourself as you are, so that even the world, if they see you, venye unaingianga kwa TikTok unasikianga watu wanaambiwanga you don't even look cute, you don't even look like someone who can do this or that. Just we ni kienyeji. We kwanza hata kama we ni kienyeji ndio better, because you are natural. Just love yourself first before others will come and say enyewe you look good.
Na wasikia vya mnasema, and you've actually brought an issue which I think at the end of it all we are going to look at the health and unhealthy ways that people go through to change their bodies, for example, right? But where do you think this is coming from? Bona, we have friends, like you're my friends, yeah? You're my friends, different sizes, different colors. Hakuna siku naweza kuja niambie my friend, like our producer Karen, ati oh my god, I don't know kwa nini umevaa hiyo nguo ama nini. Why is it that there those people ambao wako too critical to themselves and you say things that you can't even say to your worst enemy? Where does this perception come from?
At times I think it comes from within you as a person. Juu wakati mwingine utapata kuna kwanga na ule mtutu wako na bitterness ndani yake, na akiwa na ile bitterness, hata kwanza akikuja kukuangalia Sheila na kuangalia anaanza tu kucritic, anakupea tu criticism yenye hata wewe mwenyewe unashindwa imetoka wapi jameni. And at times it comes from watu tu wenye wako kando yako, because kuna watu watakiange watu mazuri, and that's why you will find some people will go to an extent of posting your pictures na wanasema vitu vibaya kukuhusu. It comes from both sides. It can come from inside you or also those who are around you.
Where do you think the perception of body image comes from? The way Maureen can explain.
According to me, nitasema most of nitaongelea ladies, because nyingi sana kwa ladies utapata most of them wako na jealousy. So kuna venye huyo atakuona hivi apende venye umekaa, but in turn atataka akubring down juu yeye haka hivyo. So I think it comes from external.
Ina happeningi kwa ladies peke yake, how we perceive
I think
ourselves?
it happens all over, because it also depends with the way some people were raised, because kuna watu wengine waliraiziwa home, dada alikuwa ana expect boy child akam, then girl child akakuja, ama alikuwa ana expect girl child boy akakam, so it kind perception ya dad ama mom ikakuwa mbaya, so ukigrow alikuwa anakutusi matusi ambaye ina criticize your looks, nakwambia uko na mapua kubwa so msee amegrow up akijua hata nifanye nini, it is bad. So it is, yeah, there are some external factors, but also to stress on what Maureen said, I think the most important thing of it all is it's within. You know, Chemumi, I love myself so much to the extent that if anyone comes to love me, ni favor wanajifanyia, si mimi nawafanyia favor. So such that sikutanitoka wewe ulikuja, hiyo ni favor kwako. Najipenda sana, ukinipenda hiyo unajijazia, hiyo si yangu. That it should be from within. You love yourself so much to the extent that you don't care about whatever thing that is happening or something. So I think it's within and some external factors. Yeah.
Sheila?
For me, I think mostly it's intrinsic within us, because I can give a scenario of when I was done with Form 4. I came across body shaming. It took me down, but when I came to university, that is when I took the chance and took the challenge that now it's you, Sheila. So ni wewe kusimama imara. So when I accepted myself, that is when everything changed. That is when I got introduced to the world. So I feel, in as much as there's external forces, is that within you. So if it's within you, like if already ushakubali, like this is my body and that is me, it's intrinsic. Like just accept yourself. Hata forces za nje kikam haje, like if it's already you, but most of us we take it too personal and we don't accept it ourselves.
Kunaitu, and I wanted to merge it with the conversation we were having last time. A lot of people wanasema ati internet, it's like the youths are losing their authenticity. They want to be like one person. Ukiingia Instagram and you see the selfies, utafikiria there's a mama somewhere is a sijui ni triplets, people are looking the same, yeah? How do you think internet in affect how you perceive yourself, if any, or not? Yeah?
So I think internet has made us think that there's this way that we need to behave, there's this way we need to look. So most of the people have gone to internet to borrow a lot of cultures from the internet. You need to look like Kim Kardashian kona makucha refu, you know, like Sheila, you need to have these long nails.
Kim Kardashian akona makucha refu peke yake.
Maybe you've seen Wabosha with the latest style, ama amedai nywele yake aje, you need to look like her, you know. Like, I feel that the internet imetuweka kwa culture fulani, a standard whereby we need to come out of. Yeah,
I hear you.
Kuna society na internet, of course, ime create some standards of success venye Sheila amesema, such that inategemea venye msu utajiva, that is determines how successful you are. Venye mtu utapiga picha, nguo utavaa, venye tu utajipiga makeup and everything, you know how successful you are. So many young people are running away from the issues within, wanataka kujisatisfy ama kujigratify na zile wanaona kwa net. So nitaona celebrity fulani amejivaa hivi, nitakopi hiyo look yangu, itakuwa mbwakni huku nje, watu wanashangaa hii look imetokea wapi. So I think watu wengi wanataka copy paste lifestyle si zao, so ina affect, inaenda ku affect wewe mwenyewe from within. So I think of course it happens to young people, because I wake up in the morning and see Bahati has dressed in a certain way. I would want to dress in the same way. So I think, yeah.
Okay, nita add up on what Sheila said. Amesema most of the people wana adapt culture zenye ziko huko kwa internet. I think people wanafaa ku accept themselves the way they are and believe that things will change with time. Kwa sababu there is this celebrity nilikuwa namuona, Doria. Alipost venye alikuwa before na sahi. You can see the difference, like ako totally different. So I think I'll add up on believing in God that things will change with time. Usiforce sahi. Unajua most of the people, mtu anataka kukaa kama Ajibu, mtu anataka kukaa kama sijui Kendi, na una force and you don't have the resources sahi. So I think you should accept yourself the way you are sahi and believe that things will get better.
I hear you.
I hear you all. Issue of internet inaingiana na okay, we can talk about communication and culture whereby social responsibility hapo inaingianga kabisa because inaanzianga tu wewe mwenyewe, it start from you. So if you can't love yourself, hapo ndo unaanza ku adapt cultures from the internet that are not your country, and that's why utatembea sahi kwa street, then you'll be like, is this a lady or someone else? Because you know kuna venye mtu anaweza vaa mpaka unashangaa, and it happens because we've entered into this internet na tumetafuta vitu ambavyo hata si zetu, but we want to make them to be ours. I like Daman, I don't know his other name, Daman, but anakuanga na videos na clips ambazo zinafunza the youth, and if they can watch them as well it can help, because he always teaches the this young generation that don't copy everything from the internet, and utapata they are acting so well in such a way that unaweza pata kuna mtu mnamfuata, that celebrity person, and you be like, hey, this person ameachieve in life, but ukipata the real life yenye anaishi hata wewe mwenyewe utashanga, because some people may be like wanaenda supermarkets, wanaenda wanajifanya wamebuy vitu na kumbe hata wajinunua, hawana pesa. They go to this wanahitaji ya kuuza nguo boutique, wanaenda wanajifanya wanapima nguo na kumbe hata hawako wanunua, but their main aim is to take those pictures and post them in the internet. So don't just go to internet and copy everything. Yeah.
Kuna issue huwa inaenda pamoja, the issue of body image na self-esteem, yeah? Whereby if you don't feel good within, yeah, you feel like you're left out. Maybe you are supposed to go somewhere with your friends, but then you look yourself in the mirror and you're like, I don't fit there. Ama kwa sababu back then our parents ilikuwa for you to see a model lazima ununue magazine, I think ilikuwa monthly, right? Saizi wewe ukiingia kwa phone ukiamka asubuhi mpaka jioni, like it's plastered on your screen, yeah? How do you think people need to understand that the uniqueness in us, yeah? If we don't appreciate us from within, esteem yetu inaenda kidogo. I won't lie, sometimes unaendanga place unafikiria, hey, you're well dressed for that place, unafikiria hapo you're like, okay. You know, tuna deal aje na issues ka hiyo. I'll start with Ezra.
Yeah, thank you. I think, of course it happens, but God created us in such a unique way because He's God. We cannot question it. But like, fingerprint haziwezi fanana, meaning there is something that no matter how much you try, you sleep, you wake up in the morning, you even create your another self, everything. You can never be me and I can never be you. We just have, like, young people have to accept that the way you are is the way you are, and that is the way you will die. Anyway, I can never change to be any other person. Hata ni muadmire aje, I praise him, I make him my God or anything. I dress the way he dresses, I walk the way he walks, but I can never be him and he can never be me. So there is some uniqueness that is in us. So I think one is by accepting the realities. You know, the Bible says, Maureen quoted, that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah, some people say that fearfully kind of messed up. But I think fearfully in a way that you threaten people until the right person comes to you. So I think we are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. So the way I am is the way I am. If anybody is too tall than me, if anybody is tall than me, he's too tall. If he's short than me, he's too short. If they are handsome more than me, they are too handsome. Imeharibika. Kama ni ugly kuniliko ameharibika excess. That is, even like, you're not a mistake. Uko venye uko tu hivyo. That is the way you are supposed to be at such a time and the way. So it begins with accepting the reality that mimi venye niko ni mimi tu hivyo, hastai change. Yeah.
I hear you. Aima.
Okay. Wamesema tunafaa kujikubali venye tuko. I was seeing a video ilikuwa TikTok ya Wabosha, this great girl. Alikuwa anasema watu walimtroll kwa sababu ya venye alivaa, venye alienda Fenty Beauty. Akasema this is me. Amwezi mkataka nivae venye nyinyi mnataka. I felt niko sawa. So I think watu tu wanafaa kujikubali. Yeah.
It starts with you, right? Yeah. Sheila. Mike inatembea zigzag.
Maybe I can recommend a movie to those people at home. It's called Tall Girl. Even you guys should watch that. Tall Girl. This girl was a giant in the junior high school. She was in around grade 6, but the fit in alikuwa, she was so tall, but she accepted herself, and most of the boys were not dating her. Most of the time she wanted the cool kids who were like at least taller than her, but the guy, I guess, they did something that never made her happy, na aka end up when they were dating with a short guy. The guy like loved her the way she was. So I think when we are original, when you're original within us, that is when you can grow. Just accept yourself as I'm Sheila, let's remain being Sheila. Yeah.
I hear. Maureen.
Last but not least, I'll add on what they have said, but I won't differ so much. You know, at times unaweza enda place yenye hata unajua na I'm not for this place, because the way umeva, the way you are walking, the way you eat, the way you behave is different, but it starts from you. Inaanzianga wewe mwenyewe, because unaweza kuwa in that place, you are the guest, yes, but ukiangaliwa you look different. What matters is how you look yourself, because unaweza, there is this, I don't know, it's a quote or it's a thing, it says you can take a lady from a village to the city, but you can't remove that villageness in that lady and make her to be that girl in the city, you see. And also, you can't take someone mwenye ako na bad behavior to a palace na we expect atenda kuchange huko. So it's all starting from within us. Ujikubali kwanza, so that even the world or the society or those people around you won't reject you. Because trust you me, hata Uhuru akikuja hapa amevalia shati ama amevalia t-shirt, you will respect that person ya venye amejibeba yeye mwenyewe. But if a person mwenye amekuja hapa na amevaa suti, hata kama amevaa suti, amevaa tai, amenyonga, amevaa sharpshooters zina shine, na venye yeye mwenyewe anaji I'm not talking about anyone, Ezra. Yeye mwenyewe venye atajibeba, you will see he won't or she won't fit in that place because of how yeye mwenyewe anaangalia kutoka ndani. So it's all perceptions and how you carry yourself from the inside. Yeah.
Kuna kitu every time watu wakiongelea kuhusu accepting yourself, and I think that's the word they end up around, yeah. It comes down to kindness, being kind to yourself, na pia kukuwa kind to others, right? We're living in a society says, like we've said, people are battling so many issues, right? When mwenyewe you feel like you're better than someone else, so ndo unaenda kuambia watu venye you're supposed kukaa, venye you're supposed kuvaa, right? So probably that's something else that we need to even look at as you are continuing with this conversation. Ndio sababu kuna mtu style yake, we've seen nowadays men are wearing skirts, right? Yeah. And that's the deal. Yakitoka hapo anaona ako sawa, right? But then again kuna hii issue ya if you don't feel like mwili yako iko the way it's supposed to be right now, and you're not loving yourself where you are right now, you said something very important, the before and after. Perfect. If tunaamka kila siku tukisema we want to change ourselves, probably that's something that we can work with, right? But you also mentioned, Maureen, the issue ya watu wanatumia unhealthy ways of trying to love themselves, right? Why do you think saizi ukienda kwa internet, especially targeting the younger ones, yeah? Kuna mafuta ya walisema kucha za Kim Kardashian, I don't want to mention other things about her, the skin and all that, right? Iko targeted sana to this. Where are we so, kuna word I'm trying to look at. Why do you think the youths are so susceptible to this, yeah? And I feel like if we are being targeted on this, a lot of us are going to buy these pills, for example, to enhance whatever needs to be enhanced. Yeah, and how can we work with that? Deep sana.
Let me just start. I can say, mwanzo ni kutojikubali. You can't accept yourself the way you are. Secondly, it comes with peer pressure. You know, the internet can make you do something out of like your capabilities and abilities, because the internet can show you something. Na unajua, I don't know why the adverts zinakunga so interesting and so attractive in such a way that kama you are being targeted, huwa utoki, unaangalianga tu, okay, so nikijipaka hata mimi nitakuwa kama huyu, ama mimi nikifanya hivi nitakuwa kama huyu. So at times peer pressure also comes in and unajisahau. You just forget yourself and you be like, I need money, I need money, I need money to buy these things, because nothing is for free. You have to spend money, and even if you don't have that money utapata. Ndio maana wengine wanatafuta vitu zingine za kupata pesa in illegal ways, but they want to achieve this thing that they are seeing. Yeah.
Aima.
Okay, mimi naweza sema people wanatafuta these things because they want to fit in the society. Again, they want to fit in. Venye Maureen amesema peer pressure. Mimi naweza taka ninunue mafuta ni change ndio nikuwe maybe kala ya rafiki yangu ndio tufanane. Ndio ni fit in that cycle. Again, most of the ukipitia most of the videos pale TikTok, kuna watu wanapeana things that wanaambiana fanya hii na unapata kwa comment section kuna mwenye anasema yangu ili backfire. So I think hatufai kufuatilia kila kitu, unafaa kujikubali venye uko.
I hear you. Ezra.
I think the problem with our generation is one, peer pressure, and also fitting in. That's what just I wanted to straight on, because many young people would want to fit in places that hata if I go hapo, like people have not accepted themselves the way they are. Those, I feel like if Emma is my friend and she's behaving in a certain way, she's following someone in a certain way or doing something in a certain way, I also have to do the same things, which in the end it ends affecting your own self-esteem and your self-worth.
True. Sheila.
So most of the people are not kind enough to themselves. They don't consider what will enter into their mind. They're not conscious of what will they partake. So most of the people, they're not just kind to themselves. That's why they just get into these traps. Yeah, the way like giddies can come up and be made of black and you're like, yes, you're sato lazima nende nionje, you know. Yeah, you're not kind enough to yourself. Just be kind enough to yourself.
Sijasema hiyo kwa sababu with the businesses here, yeah, if you want to, you do it. But nimewasikia, but it all comes down to individuality, accepting yourself, being kind to yourself, right? And avoiding peer pressure. This topic is again another huge one, and there's something I wanted to talk about, but I feel like probably next time if we find time, the issue of botched, right? Unapata mtu, you think like if I look lighter or darker or fatter or thinner, I love myself. But unafika hapo ndo unapatanga wale watu ambao wameanza plastic surgery, they don't stop, right? But that's something else as well. We need to look at that culture because the younger and younger people are going through that, right? Time has run out. This is very interesting. You guys are just going through the topic as we go on. But this, of course, like I said, it's merging with some of the topics that you're going to have. And I feel like probably some of the things that we haven't touched on right now in our next episode probably will come up, right? So maybe 30 seconds as we are finishing up, one thing for someone who's watching at home, because unfortunately impression is there, right? What I'm seeing probably might influence who I become, right? How do you deal with it?
First of all, if already you are impressing yourself, wacha umma waamue sasa if they want to be impressed by you or if they don't want. For me, I have this personality whereby I don't care actually. I never care about feelings. Mimi sitakangi kujua feelings za mtu. So first of all, kama unajifurahisha, usifurahishe umma hivyo.
Yeah, you are taught, if you learned chemistry, you are taught something about filtration. So filter what comes in and filter also what gets out, because that is what it matters. Yeah.
I'll say people should be kind to one another, because we live in a world of do me, I do you. So I think people should be kind to one another, and they should not revenge and to stop body shaming people. Yeah.
I'll finish by saying just love yourself first. Jipende kitu ya kwanza na cha muhimu, just love yourself. Cha pili, don't body shame anyone, because you do me today, somebody will do it to you tomorrow, even if it's not me. So like this culture of body shaming people should stop, because hata wewe hautafurahia kama ndio unafanywa hivyo, ama your generation or your family or your relatives wanafanywa the same thing that umefanyia mwingine. So let's love ourselves, and also let's not keep on body shaping people. Yeah.
Thank you guys. I always appreciate you for making time. Of course, we have Sheila, Ezra, Aima, And Maureen, I'm really hoping you guys will be back here next time because this topic has to flow. Unajua? Thank you so much for making time for us. You've heard what the youths have said, of course, from Presbyterian University. It all comes down to you, really. You have to love yourself because that's the only way. Hakuna otherwise. That's it from me. My name is Chemtai Kirui. I'm hoping to see you on my next one. Have a blessed one. Good night. Bye.